Hello everyone, welcome to my MBA blog. Today our topic is the culture of feedback. What is it and how to create the culture of feedback in the workplace? The term culture of feedback has become a catchphrase that resonates across industries in the ever evolving business environment. However, a culture of feedback is more than just a trend, it's a vital component of a successful organization. A culture of feedback is an organizational environment where feedback is not just welcomed but actively encouraged and integrated into daily operations. It goes beyond the traditional top down model of feedback from managers to employees and expands to include employee feedback, organizational feedback, and HR departmental feedback. It fosters an atmosphere of open communication, continuous improvement, and transparency. These, in terms, activate or cultivate a culture where individuals at all levels of the organization are comfortable giving the receiving feedback. The importance of feedback in the workplace. Feedback can be the driving force of an organization. Research and statistics consistently shows the value it brings to the table. Effective feedback can result in better decision making, more robust team dynamics, and a competitive edge in the market. Studies have shown the results also. It found that employees receiving regular feedback are more likely to be engaged in their work. Engaged employees are not only more productive but also tend to stay with the company longer, reducing turnover cost. And Gallup has found that when managers provide weekly feedback, team members are more likely to strongly agree they are motivated to do outstanding work, more likely to strongly agree that they receive meaningful feedback. Now, performance improvement. Research published in the Journal of Applied reveals that employees who receive frequent constructive feedback tend to perform 12.5 better than those who do not. This improved performance directly impacts the organization's overall productivity and profitability also. Employees consider corrective feedback valuable, and 92% of the respondents believed that negative feedback, when delivered appropriately, can improve performance. The, this suggests that employees appreciate honest and constructive feedback, even when it points out areas of improvement. Employees prefer corrective feedback over price or over praise, which helps them develop their skills and capabilities. Providing employees with actionable feedback is an investment in their professional growth and development also. A culture of feedback can positively impact employee retentions. According to survey of achievers, 64% of employees who receive timely and constructive feedback are more likely to stay with their company. This reduces the cost associated with employee turnover and helps build a loyal and committed workforce. Innovations and adaptability. The business landscape constantly changes. Feedback plays a crucial role in innovations and adaptability. Companies that actively seek feedback from employees, customers, and other stakeholders can stay ahead of market trends, make more informed decisions, and adapt to changing circumstances. These statistics illustrate that fostering a culture of feedback in the workplace translates to tangible benefits for the organization, which ultimately impact business performance and growth. Now, effective feedback in the workplace. Effective feedback is the foundation of a culture of feedback, and it can significantly impact an organization's success. But what exactly does effective feedback in the workplace look like? To help you understand and implement these crucial elements I have described right now in details. Effective feedback is specific and address actions, behaviors, or outcomes. It provides straightforward, actionable suggestions for improvement. Timely feedback allows the recipients to connect the feedback to the relevant situations or action. Delayed feedback tends to lose its impact. Effective feedback balance positive reinforcement with constructive guidance. It acknowledges accomplishment and strengths while also highlighting areas for development. Feedback is delivered in a respectful and supportive manner, focusing on the behavior or performance rather than personal traits. It aims to encourage growth. Effective feedback aligns with the recipient's goals and the organization's objective. It emphasizes how feedback supports professional development and overall success. Feedback is well balanced, considering both positive and negative aspects of performance, fair and free from bias or personal judgment. Effective feedback is clear and provides actionable steps for improvement. It helps the recipients understand what changes or actions are needed. Feedback should be a two-way communication. Effective feedback encourages open and constructive dialogue, allowing the recipients to ask questions or seek clarifications. Effective feedback should not be limited to formal evaluations. It's an ongoing process that occurs regularly and supporting continuous improvement and learning. Feedback should consider the individual's unique characteristics, strengths, and development areas, and it acknowledges that what works for one person may not work for others. Effective feedback includes a follow up plan, outlines the expectations that action to be taken by both the giver and the receiver of feedback. Encouraging a culture of feedback in the workplace involves delivering feedback effectively and fostering an environment where feedback is valued, encouraged, and integrated into the organizational fabric. For HR professional, facilitating these attributes of effective feedback can be a transformative steps forward, creating a thriving culture of feedback within the organization. One of the key elements of creating a culture of feedback is to encourage open and constructive exchange between managers and employees. HR professionals play a pivotal role in fostering these type of dialogue. Here's some guidance on how to achieve these. Managers, supervisors, and HR professionals are role models for giving and receiving feedback, demonstrating a commitment to open communications encourages others to do the same. Offer training and resources to managers and employers on effective feedback practices. This can help them understand the value of feedback and develop the necessary skills by clearly communicating the organization's expectations. You will ensure that everyone understands that receiving and giving feedback is a fundamental part of their roles. Develop an environment where employees feel safe providing feedback without fear of negative consequences. Trust and psychological safety are essential for open communication. Encourage employees to provide feedback not only to their managers but also to their peers and supervisors or superiors. Promote the idea that feedback is an reciprocal process. Actively listening to employees' concerns and suggestions fosters trust and encourages employees to continue sharing their feedback. Be open to making changes and improvement based on the feedback you receive from employees and managers. HR professionals can initiate regular feedback seasons or surveys to gauge the employee managers relationships effectiveness. These feedback help manager identity areas of improvement. Managers should receive training in the effective delivery of constructive feedback. They should learn how to frame feedback positively, provide actionable suggestions for improvement, and be open to employee feedback. Recognize and appreciate employees and managers who consistently participate in feedback processes and contribute to a culture of feedback. These reinforce its importance. Help managers establish regular one-on-one meeting with employees. These check-ins provide a structured space for ongoing feedback and real-time adjustment. Provide feedback and ensure there are follow-up actions. Employees need to see that their feedback leads to improvement and positive changes within the organization. Lead by example, provide training and resources, set clear expectations, foster trust and psychological safety, emphasize two-way feedback, actively listen, seek feedback on a regular basis, offer constructive feedback training, recognize feedback champions, and encourage regular check-ins, follow-up and actions. Now, what is 360-degree feedback? As a powerful tool, 360-degree feedback offers input from various perspectives. These comprehensive performance appraisals method provides an individual with feedback from multiple sources including peers, subordinates and supervisors. These includes approach enhances individual growth and contribute to the organizational broader culture of feedback. The purpose of 360-degree feedback is to offer a comprehensive, holistic view of an individual's performance and behavior, going beyond the traditional top down feedback provided solely by supervisors. So now Google emphasizes continuous performance feedback throughout the year. Managers and employees engage in regular one on one discussions to set goals, provide feedback, and discuss programs. 360-degree feedback extensively, gathering input from peers, subordinates, and managers. This approach ensures a well rounded assessment of an employee's performance. The company is transparent about its strategies, goals, and performance, and regular town hall meetings and open forums allow employees to ask questions, provide feedback, and receive updates from leadership. So that's the end of the video, my friends. If you like my video, please subscribe and share it. Have a good day.